Welcome to High on Self-Care. I'm your host, Stacey Zeal, yoga teacher, crystal lover, high-functioning stoner, and CEO of MaryZeal.com, a community for stoners who love cannabis and are looking to prioritize their self-care. On this podcast, we'll explore ways that meditation, mindfulness, yoga, and of course, all things weed can help you to elevate your self-care. We'll explore ways to truly value ourselves, use stillness for self-discovery, and cannabis to go higher on our journey. Think of me as your sister stoner who lovingly encourages you to prioritize yourself and reap the benefits of this magical plant. If you're ready to create a life that holds space for your most valuable asset, that's you, by the way, take a deep breath, light your J, and let's dive in. Hey there, welcome to the High on Self-Care podcast. My name is Stacey Zeal and I am your host, and I'm super excited for you to be here. This is a gifting episode. The holidays are quickly approaching, y'all. If you're anything like me and you are a late shopper, you have definitely not started yet. But for my friends out there who are early shoppers, who are looking to get some gifts for themselves or their cannabis loving peeps in their life, this episode is for y'all. We are going to go through 10 gift ideas for all the different types of cannabis lovers in your life. And I'm going to break it down by great gifts for like newbies, for our seasoned stoners. And then we're going to finish off with our cannabis connoisseurs, our people who, like me, live, breathe, and eat weed every damn day. So we have special gifts for them. And if you want a list of all the gifts, make sure you head over to MaryZeal.com/gift guide. That's where I'm keeping a list of all of these. We have our gift guide there. So if you want to shop some of these links, I have some recommendations for some specific items on these lists that you can get over in that gift guide. And some things are just going to be some ideas that you can take and run with. So let's get started. All right, let's start out with my newbies. If you have someone in your life, or if you are a newbie and you're kind of curious, right? You're just getting started on your cannabis journey. You are really just trying to figure things out and feel your way through. This is for you. These are a couple gifts for you. So the first gift I have on this list, number one of our top 10 gifts and awesome gifts for cannabis lovers, is Cbd Infused hot tea to relax, or tea bags. So CBD is great for newbies because you don't typically get a high from CBD. It gives you more of that relaxing medicinal feeling. You know, you can have a great cup of tea while you're sitting on your couch, while you're watching your show. You know, during the holidays, it's nice to have something nice and warm to drink. One of the companies that I love is Twin Flame Tea Company. This is actually one of the first CBD brands I actually tried. Like, I was looking for a solution to my sleep. Like, after I had, discovered that weed was the salvation of freeing me from this insomnia, I started to look into alternative things like tea and honey and all different kind of stuff that I could ingest to help me relax at night, to help me get better sleep. So this is one of the first companies I tried. So I really love them. They have one that's called, I'm a butcher the name. Go to the gift guide because it's in there. But it's a chamomile tea that helps you relax. And just really because it's mixed with like hemp and CBD and all different kind of stuff, but it also has regular herbs and stuff in there too, y'all. So definitely make sure you check that out because I love that brand. And again, the link is in the gift guide. My affiliate link is in there as well. So if you shop them, they give me a little cash. So definitely make sure you use my links to shop some of these brands. All right, gift number two. Gift number two is along the same lines as like a CBD infused honey and like a tea set. So if you have someone in your life that like loves tea or they love honey, right? An infused honey is so, so good. I have a couple of different brands I'm going to give you that are great. And so here's the thing is you can also add it to your tea and stuff like that, right? And really, really get the CBD party going. Or what you can do is if you can add it to drinks, you can add it to food. If you know someone in your life who, for example, maybe they like to cook and they want to start trying infusing something, but maybe they're new, definitely get them some infused honey because it's already infused. You know how much CBD is in there. You're not going to get, that big punch of feeling high and euphoria like you get with THC infused things. But yeah, if you get something that's infused with CBD, you can add it to so many different things. And this is definitely a great start to infusing your own edibles or making your own little things. You can make some chicken wings with some lemon and some honey on that or something, y'all, and that'd be delicious. Let me tell you. All right, so a couple brands that I like that are these both of these brands are actually Black owned. So Juju Royal Infused Ginger Honey. Oh my goodness, y'all. Let me tell you. This ginger honey is so good. Okay, it is super good. And it's actually owned by one of Bob Marley's children, right? So it's if you want to check that out, that's another brand that I tried early on into my CBD journey. There's another brand called Word of Unoya that is they have a CBD agave. So if you want to go that route, that is Black, women, and queer owned. So definitely make sure y'all support them. I love their products because they come in like little. Their honey comes in different like little packets. So very transportable, especially like maybe you want to if you're traveling, for example, for the holidays and you want to take some CBD with you, or you want to take something with you and you can't you don't feel comfortable taking things on a plane. You can definitely grab some of their honey packets because they are small and they are little individual packs, so they're really great. And then there's another brand that I just started trying. We actually had this owner on the podcast a few episodes ago, so in 30 somewhere. Go back and take a look. But this one is by Nala Health. And I literally am trying it literally as I'm talking to y'all right now. I am trying it. It's in my tea, my cup of tea. I always have a cup of tea when I record the podcast. And I put it in my tea. And y'all, it is so good. Okay. Like they sent me some samples to try. They sent me some stuff. It's a really, really nice package to try. So shout out to them for sending me that. So Nala Health will also be linked into the gift guide as well, because that is another great company that you could support. It's owned by a person of color. So you can definitely make sure you check them out in the gift guide as well. Okay, so those are our gifts for our newbies. You want to try to get them some CBD, because a lot of times when people start out smoking or start out consuming cannabis, they start with joints or blunts or smoking something, right? And so, and usually it's a THC product. So as a newbie, and CBD is really, really good for you. We have a bunch of episodes that are about how CBD is really actually good for you medicinally anyway. But yeah, giving some newbies some CBD, trying to expand their horizon a little bit. Or you have someone who really doesn't want to go the THC route, but they're kind of curious about cannabis. Definitely, try with some CBD. That is a good place to start. So now moving on to our seasoned stoners. These are our people who are cannabis users, but maybe they're not super heavy users, right? They just love to get high, right? They just like to get high. Maybe they just, use it as at night for sleep. Maybe they just, use it at home, or they use it socially, but they're not loud, proud, and crazy like me, who are out here telling everybody to smoke weed all the time, right? So these are for your seasoned stoners, because as I mentioned before, most people start with joints and blunts and stuff like that. So we want to take it up a little bit for these seasoned stoners, because they probably, they have a good place to go to get their weed. They don't need you to get their stuff. They really probably actually found something that they actually like, so they don't need you going to the dispensary for them. But you want to get them a gift, so here's some ideas. Our gift number 3 is going to be a Cannabis Subscription Box. So this is awesome because you can get a Cannabis Subscription Box. I've had one. The one that I had is called Hemp Crate Co. And it's linked in the gift guide. And so I love that because they send you a bunch of different samples of all kinds of different things. The Hemp Crate one was all hemp products. I got lotions. I got some tinctures. I think there were some edibles in there, like some gummies or something in there that were just CBD. And so you can really, if you have someone in your life who is, into weed and all that kind of stuff, but maybe they want to try some different things. Maybe they want to expand their horizon, but they really don't know where to look or what to try. These cannabis subscription boxes are great. They send you, one of my friends, she showed me this really cute little glass bong that came in it. And so, yeah, they're really awesome. So Hemp Crate Co. is a good one. Another one that I heard of that I have not actually tried, but a friend recommended it to me, was Everything for 420. And so all of that will be linked in the gift guide. Again, it's at maryzeal.com/gift guide, and it's linked in the episode notes down below. But definitely make sure you check out a Cannabis Subscription Box, because they are dope. The next one is going to be some glass. So let's see, as I mentioned a couple of times, a lot of people start out with smoking joints, blunts, then they usually comes in wraps, papers, leaves, etc. Right? And so the next step up from that would be some kind of glass. So I love glass. I am definitely a bong user. I love a bowl. Those are my jams, but I do also love me a good joint. So a good joint is just undefeated, right? That's my top. But I do love to have my glass. So if you see something really cute, you can look online and find a really cute bong or something that's really geared to their personality, you can, and I'll have a couple sites that you can look online. You can go to a smoke shop, go to your support a local business, a small business, go to your local smoke shop, check them out, because they sometimes have really cool, interesting glass that you can find in there that you'll find something really for that person's personality. All right. And then our last gift for our seasoned stoners would be a really cute weed tray or a stash box. So your friend may be, hiding their stash in their dresser, right? I remember when I first started, I would keep my stuff in my nightstand and out of sight, right? Because I was more of, I was just getting into it. I used it only for sleeps, right? So before bed, I would pull it out, smoke my little thing or whatever I did, and then I would put it away. And so as I became more of an advocate, more of a heavy user, I realized, I just started to leave my stuff out because I didn't give a fuck. But, I'm just like, okay, this is awesome. This is helping me. This is great. But, I'm not going to keep hiding my stuff, right? It just felt weird, to just keep putting it away. I can't explain it. Someone actually got me a stash box for Christmas, and I love it. I love it because it's really cute. It's wooden, so it just kind of blends in with all my decor. But inside, you can keep all your gadgets. You can keep all your lighters. Like, I go to Target, I buy me a 5-pack of lighters, y'all, because I go through lighters, let me tell you. And so I keep my lighters in my stash box, so that way I don't, because what I do is, and let me know if you actually do this too, I'll buy a pack of lighters and I use all of them at the same time. Like, I have one in my car, I have one on my bedside, one in the living room, one at my desk or whatever. And I use them all at the same time, and then they all end up dying at the same time. So that's a little hack that I learned from one of my best friends. She was like, put the lighters away, which is so simple, right? But yes, you can put them in your stash box, or your friend, whoever you're buying this for, can put it in their stash box. So, and my stash box also has a part where you can also roll as well, which is kind of cool. And so, yeah, so that's a great thing. Or a cute like weed tray, something that they can actually roll up on, because weed is sticky. And when you're rolling, it can start to really kind of stick to things, and you don't want it to be, just get all gross. And you don't want to do it on the table because you don't want to get, crumbs and stuff like wrapped up in your weed. But, if you have a tray that's specifically dedicated to it, it'd be great. And so what I did is, like, my weed tray actually came from Home Goods. So I literally went in the bathroom section of Home Goods, and how we just walk around every aisle with our cart because, I love a TJ Maxx. I love a Home Goods. And so I was walking around, and I actually just found this really cute tray, and it's like super, super cute. It has like makeup. It's a makeup kind of theme thing. And so I was like, this would be cute, like, a cute tray to take home. Ended up never using it ever. Like, just had it sitting somewhere. And then one day I looked at it, I was like, this will make a good weed tray. And there we go. And ever since then, she's been my weed tray, and she's traveled across the country with me. So, yeah, so you could definitely find some really cute things. The goal here is really just to make it, think of the person that you are gifting to and get them something that they would like, something that's their personality, something that aligns with things that they like. That's what people like for gifts. I'm notoriously bad at giving gifts, y'all. Like, I am one of those people that's like, I need you to tell me what you want, and I will get you exactly what you want. But if you leave it up to me to guess, it's just, you're going to end up with something that's just like, I don't know, because I'm lost. Hey, y'all. I wanted to jump in to tell you about one of my favorite ways to unwind after a long day over here on Team Mary Zeal, other than a joint. After a crazy day, we love to unwind with a yummy cup of hot CBD tea from Twin Flame Tea Company. In fact, when I started on my journey into CBD, this is one of the first products I tried, and I love it. Twin Flame Tea Company makes organic, herbal, hand-blended loose leaf tea that contains hemp, so you can get your daily dose of CBD in addition to the relaxation, y'all. My personal favorite is their You Need to Calm Down Chamomile Peppermint Hemp Infused Tea. So head over to maryzeal.com/twinflametea to see all their yummy flavors and get on this CBD train. So I have 5 more gift ideas here for you. So we made it through the first 5. And so now we're going to talk about our cannabis connoisseurs, y'all. This is for your ganja goddess. This is your canna queen. This is your stoner fairy. This is for those loud and proud stoners who are always spreading the word of how awesome cannabis is. And if you are gifting from me, this is probably the section that you should be perking up your ears on, because these things are ways to take your cannabis use to the next level. Some fun ways that I found that you could just, that will take your things to the next level. First one here for our cannabis connoisseurs is Cbd Infused Lube. So y'all, sex and cannabis are such a great combination. Cannabis helps to enhance pleasure. It helps to reduce that anxiety. It helps you to really be in the moment and in the present. And I have an episode, it's episode 4, so you can go way, way back and listen to episode number 4. And that episode's called 4 Ways to Learn to Have the Best High Sex. And so I go through some ways in there, and this cannabis lube is one of those ways. And so there is this company called Quim that makes a really, really great infused lube. And it's called Happy Clam. And it just is exactly like the name says. It makes your clam real happy. Or at least it makes mine real happy. So CBD infused lube, or you can probably get THC infused lube at a dispensary or something like that. But these are just great ways to take your cannabis use to the next level, ways to use it in different ways. Topicals are awesome if you haven't actually used like a lotion or a massage oil or something like that. These are just great ways to incorporate cannabis within your lifestyle without actually having to ingest it as well. So very, very diverse plant for sure. All right, our next gift is a home cannabis grow kit. And I don't want you to picture, I don't want you to start to think about a dark warehouse with a bunch of plants and a bunch of lights and a bunch of stuff like that. No, this is not that. So if you have someone in your life who is like a ganja goddess that has a green thumb, which is like me, because I love plants. I'm a plant mom. I'm in the market for a new plant. So I have a bunch of plants and I think I'm ready for some more. As the season starts to change, I really just want to get some more plants inside. But anyway, so I remember one time I tried growing my own weed, and let me tell you, it was challenging yet satisfying. Okay. And so there's this company called A Pot for Pot. And so they actually give you everything that you need to grow weed inside of your house, but it's grown like a house plant, right? So you get like, a kit, and you get a kit that you can actually just use as like a regular house plant, right? So you can grow it next to your aloe and grow it next to your monstera. I did that. And so it was really awesome. So I loved it because I'm like, that way I felt like it was more integrated with my plants, and it was more a part of, it just was just like growing a house plant, right? So, and growing weed is definitely challenging, and there's definitely a lot to it. So make sure there are also some books in the gift guide that's linked there if you want to know, some books that I actually read when I was growing my own weed. And so it's just really nice. It's really fun. It's a really cool gift. So definitely check that out for sure. All right, number 3, our next gift is cannabis merch. Y'all, I love cannabis merch. Okay, I love weed on a t-shirt. I love weed earrings. I love anything that says I smoke weed on anything. If you have someone in your life who's also like that, right? And so they love to be very loud and proud about weed and talk about it. There's so much merch out here, y'all. And you can actually, there are so many small businesses out here that are making merch. So a couple businesses that I love, Blunt Blowing Mama, she makes great t-shirts. I have a bunch of her stuff. She's Black woman owned, so you definitely want to support that. Remedy Rich, that is another one. She has some awesome sweatpants. I have some sweatpants from her. But yeah, that's another one that will also be linked in the show notes. So if you find someone who's like a small business who makes some cannabis merch and you know them, please definitely let me know. I'd love to check out merch. Hit me up on one of the social channels. So cannabis merch, another great idea. Hats, all that kind of stuff. So anything, if you see someone who, like, we can go beyond like the weed socks and stuff like that, even though those are cute too, right? But you can find some other cool things too to add to their collection. Okay, 2 more. Number 4 is something I've recently just started to get into. It's a dab pen or a dab rig. So recently I've been getting into concentrates like waxes and stuff like that because I feel like, I've been smoking flower a lot and I wanted to kind of take my use to the next level, try some other things, widen my horizon. I try all the things and then I tell you all about it. So I tried a dab pen and I like it, right? It's a different kind of high for me. It doesn't necessarily feel like flower. It's a different kind of high. So if you have someone in your life who maybe they smoke primarily flower and they are looking to try something new, or they really want to, they're open to trying new things and trying new ways of consuming. There's also, if you are in Las Vegas, there is a dab bar that is actually at New Woo Dispensary in downtown. I love that place. That's the first place I tried to dab and I was high as crap. And it was great. But yeah, so if you have someone who's been looking for a way to explore, a way to try new things, looking to get, to intensify their high, definitely look into getting a dab rig, a dab pen, look into the different types of concentrates that they have at a dispensary that you can go to get with these things. That's another, a really interesting kind of cool thing to do. Surprising. And you can take all this stuff, right, and put it into like a kit, get them like, a bunch of different things. Maybe you get them like a tray and some CBD and a dab pen. So you can mix and match these, right, and really make a really, really cool gift. And so this last one here, I am excited for this. Okay. So this last gift is you can book a cannabis tourist trip. So if you are looking to book a trip for somebody, if you're looking somebody to, fly somebody out somewhere, definitely try going on like a cannabis tour. So one of my friends who will be in the next episode that we talk about this a little bit there. She's been doing cannabis tourism and it sounds so fun. So you can like go to different places. Like you can go to Seattle and California and Colorado and all these different places. And there are the places that have had legal recreational weed for a little while. They have like lounges, they have farms. You can go on tours of grow farms. That's one of the things I want to do. In LA, specifically, if you're in California, you can go up and down the coast, right? But if you're in LA, there is this new Black woman-owned cannabis speakeasy, y'all, and it is backed by Jay-Z's cannabis investing company. It's called Josephine and Billy's. And I am supremely excited to be able to check that place out the next time I get to LA. Like, that is one of the first stops I am going to make, because you say speakeasy and cannabis, that is so my vibe, right? Like, somewhere I can go, sit, have some weed, hear a little music or something. Like, I'm excited. Maybe go to an event, meet some people, network, all that kind of good stuff. So if you have someone in your life who is a cannabis connoisseur and they want to get back to traveling, right? We're sick of being in the house. If you want to get back to traveling and try to do something different, right? Definitely book a cannabis tour. There are people who are actual like event planners for cannabis tourism, right? That is actually a growing industry in our country, specifically right now, is cannabis tourism. And in Mexico, they just legalized cannabis federally there. And so I follow someone on Instagram who I think is a tourism, like a tour guide or something, a cannabis tour guide in different places in Mexico. So you can really get creative with this, right? Like, weed is a booming industry. It is something that is just going to continue to grow and spread. And that's great. And so you can definitely get into having some awesome cannabis themed experiences. So I know I'm looking forward to it. And as I mentioned, like, Seattle's a good place. California obviously has, the best weed for sure. And you can go up and down the coastline there. Denver has some great stuff too. I've heard. I haven't been there. You can definitely get into that. So I hope this was helpful, y'all. I hope that these 10 gifts have given you some ideas on what things you can get for the cannabis lover in your life, regardless of whether they're a newbie, they're a seasoned stoner, or they're a cannabis connoisseur. There are plenty of gifts on here for all different levels of people. So think outside the box and make sure you shop early this year. Make sure you head over to maryzeal.com/gift guide, where we will have all of this stuff linked and listed. And I'll have some affiliate links over there for some of the brands that I love that give me a kickback at no cost to you when you make a purchase from them, from my link. So make sure you head on over there, maryzeal.com/gift guide. It'll be linked here. And I hope that you have a fantastic holiday season. I will see you again next week for the last episode of new episode of 2020. For the rest of the year, you're going to have some repeats because, y'all, I need a break. I'm taking a break. I'm taking some time to just recoup, reset, focus on some other things. But in 2022, we will be back with some new episodes. So please make sure that you send me an email or hit me up or check out the site and continue to follow the show, because we will be awesome. We'll be back with some awesome, fun things for next year. I can't wait, y'all. So that's it for me. Again, make sure you check out the gift guide. Have a great holiday season. I will catch you in 2022. Well, that's a wrap on another episode. Thanks so much for listening. If you got a nugget of information or inspiration from this episode, here are 5 ways you can support the podcast. You can buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/high-on-self-care to send your token of appreciation. You can shop Mary Zeal's favorite things. This is a list of products that we love and have actually tried over at maryzeal.com. And some of these products contain affiliate links that give us a kickback when you shop their site at no cost to you. You can leave us a review on your podcast app of choice. If you're listening on the web, be sure to subscribe and leave us a review on the podcast app of choice. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, all the places. 4th, you can share the podcast with 3 friends that you think will benefit from all the nuggets that we drop. And lastly, you can join my email list to get episodes sent to you weekly and learn about all the fun new things we have coming up on maryzeal.com and the podcast. All the links are in the description. And I will catch you on the next episode.